Alright, hopefully quick response video to some Guitaoist guy or whatever. Yeah, whatever, he made some kind of video, astrology guy, I don't know. He's one of these phantasmagorical asswipes, buttheads, you know, I don't know, slimy vaginas. Anyway, you know, so he mentions me in the video, and it's just so stupid. But anyway, yeah, I also did that whole On's interviewee thing. No point in posting a link yet, because it ain't ready yet. Tonight with Jasper Avi, and yeah, it went alright. You know, I just kind of basically wiped them all out, so we'll see how they edit it. You know, but it really should be a big win. You know, yeah, I think so.
Knowledges don't negate free will, we just know its limitations. In physiology, everyone's talking about life is the whole point of life. Like, emendum, cut your hair, brah. Emendum.
Cut your hair, brah. What's this brah crap? I mean, what the hell is that? I mean, should I end every sentence to you with cunt? Well, shave your eyebrows, cunt. Get rid of that peach fuzz stuff, cunt. Yeah, you're pretty, but so what? I got prettier eyes than you, cunt. You little cunt. Don't wear them white t-shirts. Yeah, it's lame, really lame. You know, it's all about style over substance, you know, so, you know, you gotta get better style. You're just not stylish enough, cunt. Come on, cunt, you can figure it out.
You're an idiot. You look like an ape, and you think like an ape.
Wow. Well, gee, I don't know what you look like. I mean, you know, I don't. I really don't. I can just say dildo. Yeah, dildo. You look like a dildo, and you talk like a dildo. You know, dildos don't. They just go blah. You sort of do that a little. Astrology shit and whatnot. I mean, what the hell? What's with this crap? I mean, you want to sound like you're all a deep thinker, and that's the best you can do. Cut your hair. You look like an ape. That's the best you can fucking do. That's really lame.
Life is not the point of life. Experience is the point of life.
Ah, okay. So let's quit calling it life, right? We'll just call it experience. But experience really doesn't work for the first 2 billion years because none of the life forms were experiencing. They were just living and reproducing and such. So, but yeah, we'll go with your plan. It's okay. So, yeah, 2 billion years ago, it stopped being life and it became experience. All right. So, how does that change anything? Yeah, duh. Living things that are sentient experience. Who's making a counter argument to that bullshit? Sounds like it's a straw man to me. Oh, he's talking against life being an experience? Is that what I'm doing? You're really lame.
Look at the highest geniuses, the most brilliant innovators. They didn't have any fucking kids. Yeah, you got it.
Condoms. Birth control, IUDs, abortions. We've come up with lots of ways to stop it from happening now. But obviously, if we didn't come up with those ways, all those geniuses, you know, unless they were homos or something, would have ended up having kids. Because I'm sure some of them got laid occasionally. And maybe some of them were all genius types too, because, yeah, maybe they just didn't have much of an interest in the penal pleasures. And, you know, so they had more free time because they weren't preoccupied with chasing pussy. But let's not, why even speculate, okay? It's just a bullshit anyway. Where's your statistics on this anyway? There's lots I think of, I mean, all the sports heroes had a ton of kids. There's lots of people that had a ton of kids. So your argument is lame anyway. The fact is they were biologically made to do the reproduction thing. And it's a pretty dominant part of our psychology, the whole man-woman thing. And unless you're going to argue that men aren't horrible, no, they're not distracted by women at all. It doesn't occupy hardly any of their time whatsoever. You know, is that your argument, asshole?
Emerson. Okay. Tupac, no Nietzsche, no Nikola Tesla. Life is not about spawning life. Life is about its experiencing it.
Well, duh. I mean, what? Am I some sort of life spawner? But I'm going to concede that sex is a big fucking part of being alive. I don't really want to, I really don't, I mean, I think it's a really bad game with a penis, but without one, yeah, I'm really out of here fast. Alright, so, that's just so lame. So you're saying if I castrate you, you're still going to be in the game, asshole? You're still going to be, oh yeah, this life thing is really fun. I played hopscotch today. And, you know, even though I don't get off on anything anymore, I do like to rub somebody's hiney now and then, you know. So I I basically work giving people baths, because I can do it without having any kind of need to do anything more. I can just serve the person completely because I have no longer any self-interest. I mean, what's your fucking argument, asshole? That this whole rainbow that you're on is the same rainbow if I cut your nutsack off? Bullshit.
For yourself. The climax in general, an orgasm. Doesn't physiology illustrate the psychological need for a climax?
No. Are you kidding me? What, I'm not going to have sex just because I'm not going to have a climax? That ain't going to stop me. I've been in that position before, where you just don't get to finish because you're already finished. And so you just give up as you're exhausted. And damn, it was damn good. Okay, yeah. So yeah, finishing is nice, but the race is the game, right? So I'm going to beat you up with your own fucking rhetoric. Okay, it's the journey, not the destination, asshole. The climax is whatever. It's the journey that's the game. The old in and out. Yeah, that's the fun part.
For a woman, why would a woman climax biologically?
Well, look, that's a question you might as well not even ask because, come on, let's study it scientifically. Let's figure out how many women in history have climaxed when they had a baby. I mean, where a climax was involved in the conception. And it's going to be, 7 people? 8? 7 or 8, maybe? 9, maybe? Come on, get real. For women, it's about the relationship. It's a bond. They got to do the discriminating thing. The men don't have to do the discriminating thing. It's just quite obvious, these biological differences, and it's quite obvious why they exist. So this is just silly talk.
No physiological reason that a woman should climax to create a kid.
Well, they don't. They don't have to climax to create a kid. There's no spikes in the male's penis that pop out and make her ovulate or any of that kind of crap. Okay? But what she has to have is some sense that this guy is worth the fucking trouble before she's going to have a climax or before she's going to have a real interest in performing the act.
Gets him a little wetter, but that doesn't help plant any seed.
Well, that's just stupid. Of course it helps. You're going to tell me it doesn't help if the woman's lubricated? If you don't have a bottle of lube, happen to be in your caveman pocket? I think it sort of makes it more practical, more functional, more likely that the task is going to be accomplished. I mean, if the woman's as dry as the Sahara Desert, I'm going to say to you, good fucking luck planting your fucking seed. It ain't going to be much fucking fun for you or her. The natural way. I mean, we are talking about nature here, right? We're not talking about, the instruments of whatever sexual ecstasy you have in your closet. We're talking about how nature built us, asshole.
Whatsoever, if you know what I mean. So I'm saying the male climax is to spawn life and to feel good.
Yeah, well, whatever. The feeling good part, yeah. Nature rewards you for doing the things the biology demand, okay, that are conducive to the survival of your DNA. And obviously it's conducive to the survival of your DNA if you plant your frickin' seed. So obviously we don't hate it as males. It isn't something repulsive. It isn't something we don't, take it or leave it. No, it's something that pretty much obsesses most of our waking hours.
Male climax is strictly to feel good. So, physiologically, pleasure is a necessity. And the church...
Yeah, well, it really isn't a necessity. There's lots of animals who perform the acts, not out of necessity, but out of mechanics. And they don't get the same rewards. And they're timed and imposed by a completely different process. And so, yeah, because we were social animals and there was hierarchies, this is the method. And so a lot of mammals have this method, this pleasure reward system that will compel us to beat the shit out of each other to get the booty or the bra. You understand, cunt?
And all these religions that downgrade pleasure, like Buddhism, nothingness is pleasure, because you shouldn't have any desires. It's ridiculous to me.
Yeah, well, of course it is. It's ridiculous to me, too. But astrology is just as fucking silly. Look, Buddhists were stuck at look, it wasn't... They sort of figured it out. Yeah, I mean, life is just... you're never going to be satisfied. You only get to hold the win ticket so long, and then it's out of your hands again. You got to climb back up the fucking hill. But they had no way of doing anything about it. Nature owned them completely. They were like, holy shit, I can't stop the game, so what the hell? There's nothing else to do. I'll just sit under a tree and, oh man, I hope it's over soon. I hope it's over soon.
It's the biggest limitation on experience that there could be. I find it very strange that people blame Nietzsche for Hitler. That's like blaming Jesus for the Spanish Inquisition. It's like word of mouth, okay? Word of mouth is not... And I've been thinking about...
Yeah, well, that was interestingly weird. But whatever, it's not... It's supposed to have to do with word of mouth. I don't even know how you connect those two things. But the fact that there are ideas that get bastardized is, yeah, that's just a fact of life. I mean, you pretty much bastardized my philosophy here. You pigeonholed it into some bullshit that has nothing to do with anything I'm advocating. I mean, when have I said we have to reproduce? I'm the one arguing all the time that there's too many people